Should you play Mecha Break? Short answer, I'm gonna say yeah. Slash also, it depends. um, if you like multiplayer games and mechs or mechas, those kind of stuff. But yes, I do. I think you should play it. Um, so if that all you want from this video, you could sign off. Uh, but if you want to hear my like kind of thoughts, general thoughts on other stuff, we'll be getting into that. So, and also, I'm doing this with like no writing, or like scripts or anything. So like, it's going to probably be very rambly. I want to try sound points, but I guess don't be surprised when if I just start yapping about just the same point for a little bit. But I think the biggest thing, and is the thing that I like makes me really highly suggest it is the gameplay for both the PVE and the PvP stuff. I think is really good. It feels really good to play. Um, just really fun. You really feel like you're in mech, or like it really feels like you're piloting mech with just kind of how not slow, even not like weighty. I don't know. It just has like a little bit like when you're moving, like you're like, oh okay, I could see, I could see it being a mech, like actually moving a mech and stuff. I'm not sure if that makes sense, but and then just the combat, like, especially against players, because I mean NPCs, it's whatever, but against players and stuff, it's really good and really fun. Feels very chaotic when fighting people, which makes sense. It's you're going up in the air, dashing around, doing all that, but it feels really good. But still being able to um, kind of keep track of everything, I would say. At least for me, typically. Sometimes it gets really chaotic where you're like, I have no clue what's going on for a moment. But uh, other than that, I think it's really fun. And I feel very easy to pick up. Mainly, probably from that is the like auto aim feature it has. I think it's on every striker. It'd be weird if it wasn't. But the auto aim, so like your weapons will lock on to target and they'll go. But you can like still dodge. Like people can still dodge. Time around other things, but that's probably what makes it really easier to follow along. And other stuff is that. So but uh, and that's for the PvP. With it being chaotic. Well, I mean, and the PvE can be chaotic, but we'll get into that. All the game modes are fun. I mean, there's really standard stuff like uh, capture the area, you know. So like a progress bar fills up quicker. Escorting, the little vehicle, um, or like capturing a thing and bring back into a certain area to get points. Very basic stuff, but I think it's just really fun. Nothing really new there if you were wanting it, but I would be surprised if you were from this. But I think they're all solid. There's, the common thing of people just not being on the objectives, but this is like all multiplayers, I think. But I did see like only a couple of comments talking about that, and it's just like that's a multiplayer thing. You're just gonna have, that people just aren't going to do the objectives in multiplayer games. They're just going to want to fight people. You just gotta deal with it. um, but yeah, I think the map so far kind of basic. I don't think there's any map that really stands out to me. But they're fine. They're open. They're big. You can move around a good bit with them and other stuff like that. So the maps could probably be a little bit better, but I don't think it's really a point to knock them or anything. But you know, just stuff like that. Uh, And then the PVE, I know some people, because I've seen some people talk about the PVE and be not liking it. I think it's okay. I can get why people not like it. Uh, Especially, we'll get into like the inventory stuff, but with just gameplay, it's pretty much a little extraction uh game mode where you go in with two other people. And you guys are just fucking up like NPCs for the most part, and just looting, and then go and make your way to an extraction point. Other than that, I think it's fine. I think it's fun just to go around fucking up shit with some other people. There is a little bit of PvP, where like you can come across another team and other shit, and I don't know if there's like a set time limit before you can do that, or if it's just like we got really lucky with just going to the extraction points. I would imagine that's how it is. If it's just like they're going to the extraction points, they're going to run into people, but it's really fun. I think. It's if you want the PvP, just do the multiplayer. But if you want to kind of just work with people with a little bit of PvP, mash mock, I think it's okay. Um, Now something I've seen is the like inventory stuff because, and this goes into mash mock other shit because there is uh little mods you can put that affect both in multiplayer and mash mock. And you get those a good bit of those from Mashmock. You also get them from loot boxes, which is another thing I've seen a lot of people not like, which understandable. It's loot boxes, but and especially it's loot boxes that give you stuff that can affect the multiplayer gameplay. So not it's not like everybody will have them. Uh, However, I think it's really easy. Like I don't think it's so extreme with the loot boxes in that regard of Mashmock and being able to just extract and loot with those. So yes, you do like it does kind of make you push you towards playing the other game mode, which if you don't care for, it's definitely might be a problem for me. I'm fine with it. I like both kind of game modes. Um, I can definitely see why someone would not care for that, with them it kind of pushing them to play a game mode, the PVE, when they want to, for those mods and other stuff. But on top of that, you also will get like schematics, and those take up your inventory. And there is a set inventory, which I do think they should change. I think it should just be uncapped. Uh, I don't really see why for the thing of a capped inventory, but definitely should be uncapped because schematics will take that. But with schematics, you can make new weapons to put on your strikers. So, uh, let's say but um, and with that, uh, those weapons, at least to my knowledge, only pertain to the PVE mode since that's where you can switch out your weapons. In PvP, uh, so far to my knowledge, you can't switch them out. But so that's another thing I've seen with that is with the schematics and other shit, especially because I've seen people not happy that it takes the currency that you get from just like playing matches and just doing missions and other stuff. Um, I'm fine with it. I know a lot of people have kind of expressed that it's a little bit slow gaining. To me, it hasn't been, but I've only played like like a little over 5 hours. So that it could definitely change, especially after like getting done with the typical missions and other stuff, of course. But at least in the beginning, it's not that hard. I think you can gain it up good to get a good bit of the strikers. Um, and for me, I'm not opposed to grinding for that. Like even if it's a little bit slow, uh, like if it's very slow on later on, that sucks. But like so far, I think it's fine. And again, a little bit fine with grinding. But I can see why someone would not like having to get the strikers. I think all strikers should just be unlocked. That's just me. And then yeah, having to use the currency for like the schematics and other stuff like that, I think is it's whatever. But uh, oh, real quick before we move on, I do remember with the mods, I think at least with the mods is that yeah, it can affect gameplay in the PvP. However, there's both a positive and a negative effect on your striker, so it's not like just a net positive in my opinion. There's at least a little bit of stuff that you're kind of giving and taking. Now, how much that truly affects how good they are for PvP, I don't know, but you know. Uh, and then the other big thing I saw, and this kind of pertains to loot boxes, um, is the monetization. Now, I'm not surprised the monetize. It's going to be a free to play game, to my knowledge. So like it being monetized, whoa, surprising. I know, right? And I can definitely see why someone wouldn't. Um, Especially with kind of locking the most like the last striker behind the battle pass. That's really annoying. Um, However, if they give it, if later on you can just gain it after by just researching and unlocking like the other, that's better than if it's like no, you just don't get it if you don't do the battle pass. So we'll have to see on that. I get why people would be upset on that. That's a little bullshit, but um, and then yeah, of course the loot boxes, and there's loot boxes that give you currency. I think they're specific, like that's all they give you. The premium currency to like buy, skins and other stuff, and that's a little bit slow gaining. Um, I don't know. I feel like I've seen worse monetization, but we'll have to see. I mean, this is just a demo slash beta, so we'll have to have a little bit of time, to see. But I think it could be worse. Because so far, besides like the one striker that's locked, it's mainly just skins and other stuff so far. So it definitely could be worse. And there's also the like exchange. Now I don't know if it's just premium currency into the regular currency where you do most of your stuff, or if it's both. I haven't really checked it out. I'm just where I saw that there's like an exchange thing, so there is that. But again, we'll have to see. Um, and then probably the final thing I've seen is like the anti cheat, and I'm not really going to talk on that because I don't know much things on anti cheats and other stuff like that. I just know I've been seeing that's been besides like the monetization slash loot boxes, it's also been the very much the anti cheat. But I don't know much on that. If it's bad, damn. If it's not, I don't really know then, But um yeah, no, I think I think that's it. I think that's kind of all the thoughts I have on this. Um but yeah, my opinion, I think you should try it is a demo and other stuff. It's like you don't have to just like spend money and other stuff. Free play. I would say just try out. I think the gameplay is really good. Um, and again, I think just have to wait and see on some of the others. With like the monetization, with how early it is. But I get why people already be like kind of skeptical, especially on the way. It seems that they're going to really go with it. So just shit like that. But I don't know. I want to just wait and see since it's just a demo. Now, when the full game comes out, we'll probably get to see way more of that kind of stuff and really make your opinions. But I think, at least for now, I would highly recommend just try out a little bit, you know. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy. I know I just kind of been yapping. Um, I just thought, this might be a little. I liked it enough. I see it has mostly negative reviews, so why not? I'll just give my little opinion on it with it being a demo and shit. But so yeah, Hope you guys enjoyed. Try Map Break, and bye.